Hello and welcome back to RoboCop. We find ourselves here at the hospital where we are supposed to go visit Lewis.
I am looking for a female officer who arrived yesterday with a gunshot wound.
You need to be a little more specific, honey.
I was going to make that exact same joke.
She is in a coma.
Second floor. Take the elevator.
Now before we go, there's a radio broadcast we can listen to over here.
Do you lose sleep thinking about those crippling hospital fees? Are you worried that you can't pay for that heart transplant that you desperately need? Don't worry, there's always money to be found in you. Red marked, organ selling made easy. Come for a checkup today and leave with a personalized quote.
I didn't know I was worth so much. Thank you, Red Marked.
Red marked, let's find the treasure in you.
Is this better or worse than extorting your the doctor who's scheduled to do your heart surgery so that he just flees town?
Well...
My wife, she was with me when they started shooting. I'm sorry. Oh no. No.
Yeah, kinda hard to say, I guess. And of course there was also the family heart raffle. With the opportunity to win the medical procedure of your choice, which, by the way, I said that was in the film. That is not in the film, that is in the game. I just somehow got it mixed up with the ad for the heart clinic in the first film.
Really, that's just a testament to how good the world building is in these games that, like, you thought it was an actual movie reference.
Okay, and I think this one is talking about Officer Chessman, who was the one who had the get well card and everything.
It's pretty dire that, like, all these people are just kind of laid up in the hallways.
Visitor? She's in a stable condition. You know, some think that people in her state can hear what's happening around them even if they don't respond. Why don't you try talking to her? Now, I'll leave you two alone.
Hello, Lewis. Allow me to update you on our case. I know you would hate to be behind on the investigation. I found Officer Briggs. He is dead. Wendell Antonowski has the street vultures collecting bodies. His intent is not clear. I opened your present. It helped. Thank you. I could really use your advice, Lewis.
Take the body downstairs.
But there's no more room in the morgue.
Didn't you hear someone stole a bunch of bodies over the weekend?
A corpse thief? What is this world coming to?
Lewis, you always find a way to help.
Right. Well, I guess that is something we should investigate.
Don't you worry about her.
Yeah, I suppose. Why not? We're here.
It seems relevant to the case.
What's her blood pressure?
I've got 40 pow.
Course VFib. Okay, we gotta shock him.
Let's get the ambu bag.
Stand clear. Shock him.
Clear.
All right, no pulse. Let's go intracardiac epinephrine.
Okay, everybody, clear.
Stand clear. All right, I think that's all we can do. Let's call it. What's the time?
6:15.
RoboCop, what a surprise.
Yes, hold on. I will have to look at this note in the corner first.
We have priorities, Doc.
Indeed. I mean, I guess RoboCop 2 was technically a successful brain transplant. The problem was that the brain belonged to an insane nuke addict.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm guessing you're here about the missing bodies? No one from the police has come to talk to us yet. I suppose you're preoccupied with the living rather than the dead.
Tell me about the case.
Usually, we're pretty packed. There are even some bodies that have been here since Christmas. But a couple of nights ago, someone broke into the hospital and stole 30 of them. It's been a blessing in disguise, really. We've got so many unclaimed bodies that I feel like I'm starting to form relationships with them.
Is there any link between the bodies?
Sir, please never say that again.
Our thieves were very picky. All of the corpses had their brains intact. They didn't take a single corpse that had documented brain trauma. I've got to say, they were very thorough.
Anything else?
That's it for me, but talk to the security guard in the lobby. He should know more. Now that I'm looking at you, didn't I work on you? I recognize that jawline.
Well, maybe. I guess our next order of business is to talk to this security guard. Which is apparently optional. I'm not sure why it's optional, but there it is.
Finally. I've been calling you guys for the past 2 days.
What do you know about the disappearance at the morgue?
Sure, I know I'm just a security guard, but I know how you operate. I've seen the shows, so let me break it down for you the way you'd understand. I estimate the incident occurred at around 300 hours. Multiple perps entered the GMH from the east and then proceeded to the BLE. Then most likely used the EFS to get down to the MORGUE.
What can
Right,
you tell me
thanks.
about the perps?
We caught their leader.
You caught him? Where is he?
Oh, I mean on camera. There it is. Caucasian male, late 40s, dapper dresser, if I can say so myself.
Well, that looks like the new guy, all right.
Thank you for your cooperation.
No problem. Just because I don't have a badge or a service weapon or a cruiser and partner or even a bulletproof vest, that doesn't mean that I can't be of help to the police.
Yes, this has been quite helpful. We did at least establish that the new guy has been around.
And really, what more can you ask for in this town?
Good to see you in one piece, Robo. Mr. Becker wasn't happy when he heard about your little trip to Highland Park.
I mean, he doesn't seem he's happy very often to begin with.
It wasn't an authorized mission, but it can still give us an idea of how your systems are holding up. So, let's see how you did.
Yep, we got all the secondary objectives and all the investigation stuff as well, and police work. So that will be another A rank. There we go. Max XP.
I appreciate them making the or trying to make the mission rankings like a diegetic part of the game, but also like the way they do it sometimes is kind of weird.
Thank you for your cooperation. What's all the commotion?
I'm not sure about any commotion, but here's a fax from Baby Maid. Now, I don't think that the actual stuff RoboCop, well, his source of sustenance, as they say. I don't think that's actually supposed to be baby food. They just said it tasted like baby food.
Yeah, I thought that was like just some synthetic paste.
Rudimentary paste, they called it.
Like, I thought RoboCop was like 99% machine, with like the only organic things left being like his brain and face.
He's got some guts going on.
I guess so. Like, I genuinely thought like there was less human left in RoboCop than Raiden.
Also, we unlocked another board, but it's also not very good, so we'll just stick with the 3.3 one.
What does that board give us?
I wasn't really paying attention. It was the one from 8209, so maybe we shouldn't use it just as a general safety measure.
Yeah, that's probably reasonable.
But yeah, I don't remember it having anything like particularly interesting. So let's see, I was going to do something here. I'm definitely going to get my skills up. We do have quite a bit of armor at the moment, and I think I'm gonna start investing at least a little bit in engineering. We will actually need three engineering fairly soon, so I'll just get that out of the way now. Couple points in psychology as well. And level 2 engineering, of course, unlocks dash. So we can kinda zoom around.
Hell yeah.
Which looks kinda silly, to be honest.
You all know the procedure by now. Officer Cecil will gather Briggs' belongings and deliver them to the family. They asked for a small funeral, so I expect everyone to give the family space.
Briggs was one of us. We should at least do something to honor him.
Best thing we can do is get those butchers that did this to him. I want to see everyone in the briefing room in 10 minutes. Now back to work.
Hey, Murphy. You've been to the hospital, haven't you? How's Lewis?
Unconscious, but stable.
She'll pull through. I'm sure of it.
It's time to hold OCP accountable. This can't keep happening.
Relax, Kaplan.
He's not wrong.
How many more of us have to end up in the hospital or a morgue before we do something?
It's like Sarge said, we need to get the guy who did it, so maybe let's focus on that? Speaking of which, there's someone who might know something. There's a guy in the jail that wants to talk to you, Robo.
Okay, so that is our main objective for now, but we do have a couple of side quests we can also do. Yes, thank you. I think there's also another note here in the lobby somewhere. Also a radio.
In other news, Mayor Kuzak suffers another humiliation during his mayoral campaign. The hats that he gave away to the homeless citizens of Detroit seem to have another application. They turn into balaclavas that are now commonly used to protect the identity of liquor store robbers. As a result, we've seen an unprecedented spike in crime.
They are deliberately making me look like a fool!
Yeah, sounds like everything's going great.
And here I thought it was gonna be that like he was gonna turn the homeless into like a an information network. No, he just gave out beanies.
I don't think he's clever enough for that sort of thing.
No, he just gave out beanies that like roll up really high, I guess.
And no life insurance for Officer Starkweather.
That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We got a level up out of that, I guess.
We sure did. Yeah, we get like 300 XP for reading a note. I don't think there's anything else in the main office area here, but just checking.
man. Why am I always the one that has to do it? It's not fair.
What is it, officer?
Huh? I didn't realize I was talking out loud. It's just that I need to hang Briggs's picture on the memorial wall. It's just a lot. Hey, would you be so kind and help me? All you have to do is find Briggs's photo in the database and print it out. Just make sure to hang it straight. Otherwise, I won't hear the end of it from Sarge.
Why are we the ones putting it up? Isn't that, like, your whole responsibility?
Yeah, but it's too much. I mean, he's having a rough time of it, I guess. So let's see here. We can also look at all the different profiles for the officers, including ourselves, or at least what we used to be. Of course, RoboCop now is technically OCP, so he doesn't have a profile here. And Fredrickson and Duffy, I believe, are the cops that get killed at the start of the first film.
I was gonna say one of those names sounded really familiar. It's nice that the database maintains them. Maintains their entries, I suppose.
Was trying to find Murphy there on the wall, but I wasn't quite able to do that.
Thanks, Murphy. I still need to go get his stuff, so, I'm gonna take care of the desk, but could you get his belongings from his locker?
I mean, yeah, this is technically his job, but he did this for us, so I think we can do this for... We can help him out this time, I guess.
You can put everything in the box. I'll make sure his family gets it. I usually do all of this alone, and it doesn't get any easier no matter how many times I do it. But having you share this responsibility with me, it actually helped. Thank you, Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy is always ready to help.
Welcome back, Robo. You have a minute? First of all, I wanted to say I'm sorry that I hesitated back at that steel mill. I already filed a report on the incident to Mr. Becker.
Fucking rad.
As I was writing it, I'd noticed a lot of opportunities to better myself. But considering that was our first mission together, it wasn't all bad, right?
You helped plenty.
Still a long way to go. I've been getting to know different aspects of being a cop, and there's one thing that I keep underperforming at. It's shooting. Would you mind showing me how you practice at the range?
Okay, but don't get too depressed.
Perfect. Let us not waste any more time.
You want to go now? Yeah, great. Let's go.
I'll even show you my fancy Auto 9.
I'm just making sure that I have the right PCB equipped.
I love the smell of this room.
Doesn't really matter actually, but this was after the latest patch, so I was kind of thinking they might have fixed the glitch, which they had not.
Can't... I can't help myself.
We are not done yet.
Right. This has to be some sort of record.
Okay, that last one what was neutralized well before you actually knocked the thing down. That guy too.
It gets a lot faster at this point. With a non-cheaty Auto 9, I usually get like 530 or something.
I took so many notes.
Next time, do it quietly. Eliminate distractions. Being overeager is one of them.
Ah, so that's the actual lesson. Now I get it.
Is your service weapon properly prepared?
I was issued this old gun and serviced it according to the manual.
I will try it out.
Sure thing. There you go.
I could have probably gotten an even higher score if I'd really focused, but at the end I was just like, who cares?
Alright, so let's see how this one does.
Apparently it doesn't.
Huh.
Is everything okay?
No, it is not.
Not even remotely.
Your service weapon is broken.
I calibrated it. I did everything the manual said.
It is beyond repair. They must have issued it to you by mistake.
Huh. I don't think that's entirely true. Other cops give me a hard time because Mr. Becker hired me to monitor you. But I guess that's the way it has to be.
No, I don't think it is. You're gonna get killed.
A cop must be ready. Get a different gun.
Sure. Thank you, Robo.
Like, yeah, hazing is one thing, but this is just dangerous.
Yeah, like these cops have lived in Detroit. They know what's up.
Yeah, they are actively trying to get this guy killed.
For being the new guy who has the responsibility of managing RoboCop, like that's fucked up.
Yeah, and reporting to Becker, which of course isn't great, but still.
Nichols, why are you in the slammer?
I come here to think sometimes, and the food is better than in the soup kitchen.
Is it?
That is resourceful.
Is it?
I try very hard to not try at all. But seriously, I was hoping to see you. I heard what happened to Briggs. After everything he did for me, I'll do whatever I can to help you catch that Wendell guy. He seems pretty good at pitting people against each other. Maybe I'll find some of his dissatisfied customers who'll be willing to talk to me.
It could be dangerous.
You kidding? On the streets, I'm a samurai. Well, with Briggs dead, it probably makes me more of a...
You are not a Ronin.
Yeah, okay. Just remember, if you need anything, I'm your guy.
Okay, carry on, Pickles. Yeah, we got some grisly details on Briggs and what happened to him at the hands of the street vultures, as well as Wendell. Yeah, that is quite unpleasant indeed.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks to RoboCop's insubordination, we finally have something concrete.
At your service.
Wendell Antonowski struck a deal with the street vultures at Highland Park.
A place where, for some reason, we weren't supposed to go.
Be that as it may, we're on the lookout for anyone from this biker gang. We also know what he's looking for.
Yeah, dead bodies.
Dead bodies whose brains are still intact, to be precise.
Wow, that's even more messed up. Why would he need them?
We'll get to the whys, but for now we need to focus on catching Spike. He's our connection to Wendell Antonowski. Since they know we're onto them, I'm expecting them to be in hiding.
They're not hiding. Put on Channel 9.
What in the hell?
I repeat, OCP Bank is being robbed by the notorious street vultures. We'll keep trying to get closer for a better view.
All right, everyone pack up. I want you all to be at SWAT's disposal.
Sergeant, am I back on the case?
I don't think Becker will give me grief if I let you go save OCP's money. You're reinstated. Everyone, move out!
Oh, look at that. One of the cops was actually bothered to show up. No need, SWAT's got it covered.
What is the situation?
Vultures came up with the great idea of robbing the OCP Bank. They've got hostages, and they claim there's a bomb. They must be crazy to think that OCP will just let them leave with their money.
Was there any sighting of Spike?
Not yet. But I'm sure they wouldn't pull such a stunt without their leader.
What is the plan?
Let me make this clear. It's SWAT's plan. You're no part of it.
Then you are going to need a new plan.
With this buggy brain of yours, you think you still remember how to put the heat on them scumbags?
I prefer to serve justice cold.
And so we have another efficiency challenge right off the bat here, as we storm the bank with this SWAT.
Contact! Contact!
If you're authorized to use lethal force, I guess make sure to get the brain too, so that the new guy can't reclaim the bodies or whatever.
Yeah, sure, that works. And yeah, the same tactics apply as in the one with Ed 209. Also, that was me dashing up the stairs.
I got so used to your normal walking speed that like I thought that like the game glitched for a second or the video like sped up.
No. You can also dash into enemies, which I will show off later.
RoboCop was really into Mighty Number 9, I guess.
Well done. RoboCop, open the gate for the Ed 209 units. We'll secure the area.
I don't think anyone was into Mighty Number 9. Also, I got the DLC, so I have this OCP shotgun, which I will also show off later.
For a second, I thought you meant the Mighty Number 9 DLC.
No, the Road to the DLC. I do not own Mighty Number 9. Also, before we open the door, there's something on the other side that we really want. So let's just make our way over there. Not the CRT monitor. We do not need that.
Yeah, that one's in black and green. Like I don't think it'll look all that great if you hook up a Super Famicom to that.
Yeah, I don't know why Alex Murphy's property is just lying around, but there it is.
That's weird, yeah.
It's one of the scannable secrets for this mission. And more importantly, we got another OCP training disc, so let's just get our psychology up to level 6 so we can get empathetic processing, and let's see what else I get here. I genuinely forgot. I might just boost engineering by... or not, okay. Never mind then, I guess. So now that we got that out of the way, we can actually open the door. Because once you do, that is a point of no return, you can't come back here.
Oh.
So the challenge is still ongoing, but this time we have these Ed 209s to compete against as well.
We have such a leg up that, like, I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, speaking of legs, the Ed here in the middle is having some problems. There we go. Well, I mean, one of them is dead.
I'm surprised that explosion didn't, like, take any damage off of you or anything.
Yeah, that was scripted. Also, that was me dashing into the enemy.
Pretty good dash.
Just a Shao Kahn shoulder block.
Just go straight for the dome, I guess.
Also, don't get too close to the edge because they will stomp you.
Well, we've got an advantage over the Eds in that we can climb the stairs, so anything that's upstairs,
They do catch up a little bit because there's just, you know, two of them blasting at the enemy, so they will kind of rack up the score there for a bit, but that is all they can do.
Yeah, they can't get upstairs. They can't take care of anyone up here.
Yeah, I'm just looking around here. I know exactly where to go through this wall. I was just checking if there was anything else. Also, that rock was floating.
I'm impressed that you're, like, shooting at shoulders and, like, popping heads.
Let's finish up here. To be a team player.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna go up ahead and just shoot all the bad guys if you don't mind. Yeah, the OCP shotgun is pretty good. It's not like anything super special or anything, but it's decent.
It gets the job done.
Yeah, and of course you also get it at the start of every chapter or every mission, so you don't just start with the Auto 9. So you get a little bit of variety there as well. Yeah, I think we might have done a pretty decent job here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't act like you're all that impressive. With all that fancy tech, a brick would know how to shoot.
Yeah, they are sore losers and also sore winners.
Shocker.
Yeah, if you lose to them, they're like, I guess all those upgrades weren't really worth anything.
RoboCop, I've received information that the bank manager is held hostage in the vault.
Where exactly is it?
Find the manager's office, and we'll go from there. It's at the far end of the office area.
Also, yeah, I forgot to mention that before this mission, first off, I removed all the chips from all my other PCBs, and I also swapped back to the, like, regular burst fire on the Auto 9. Now, removing the chips didn't seem to do anything.
Here is unauthorized.
So is depriving thousands of people of a roof over their heads, but OCP doesn't seem to mind that.
Explain.
Delta City. A heaven on earth that OCP plans to build in place of old Detroit? A city of the future where there is no crime or poverty. Do you believe the commercials?
I am working on the no crime part.
Then OCP may become the object of your attention soon. In order to create Delta City, OCP must first get rid of people who live in old Detroit. Now that's a topic I'd rather do a story on than you glitching. OCP offered these people investment in the project. The value of their property would cover the cost of entering the business. The later gains will far outweigh the cost, supposedly.
You do not believe that.
It's OCP. There must be a catch, and I think I found it. The documents say something about additional costs. I believe that's a loophole that OCP placed in order to scam people out of their homes.
That is only suspicion.
And I need time to prove that my suspicion is true. Time and some of these documents I found. If you detain me, the SWAT jerks will requisition them.
So we will not detain you.
You can go, but if you continue to disobey the law, you will be detained.
Maybe I should have treated you more like a police officer than OCP's property. Anyway, the city owes you.
What is the difference between those two, really?
Oh, you mean detaining her or not?
Oh, no. Like being a police officer and OCP property.
See, you've reached the manager's office. Great. Now look for a switch that unlocks the doors that lead to the vault. If I was a bank manager, I would probably ask for that switch to be installed somewhere around my desk.
Yep, big red button.
Behind the desk and turn left. The way to the vault should be open now.
Okay, go over here. Got it. There is a note back here. Well, apparently the bank manager got a thank you letter from the old man himself, so that's nice, I guess.
Now, was it, like, personally written, or was it just like a template?
I don't know. Sounded like it was like a proper personally written one, but I don't know.
I will not contribute to depriving my grateful employer of his hard-earned savings.
Now, speaking of the bank manager. Sorry, Jason Voorhees.
Hey, that guy was already down.
Cop, I knew our founder would send his best.
We're not done yet.
Mr. Becker, you're still alive.
I only played dead so I didn't end up like you, with a bomb strapped to my body.
RoboCop, you have to defuse it. The explosion could cause the company enormous losses.
That would of course be bad. Yeah, we actually only have 3 points in engineering, but because we have invested in psychology, the actual requirement is less.
Ah.
From a safe distance.
Officer Washington, I am looking at a ticking bomb.
A bomb? Okay, I'm passing you through to the bomb squad.
There is no time. I will need your help to defuse it.
Gosh, I mean, I'll do my best, but just give me a moment. First aid, kidnapping...
Are you looking for a bomb defusing chapter in the police manual?
Found it. First rule, call qualified personnel. Oh, no. Okay, tell me what you see.
I see an old man with a bomb strapped to him. Oh, you meant specifically, okay.
It is a C4 explosive and seems to be homemade.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect from the street vultures.
Four cables, green, 2 reds, and blue.
4 cables? Got it.
4 connectors with different voltage.
What's the highest voltage?
24 volts. Cables lead to the fuse.
Does the fuse appear to be electronic?
Affirmative.
Okay, so they used this kind of bomb before. According to the diagram, you should detach 3 cables. Start from the one with the highest voltage, then proceed down one at a time to the one with the lowest voltage.
There are 2 different color 12-volt cables. Which one do I detach first?
Okay, maybe this isn't the time, but I'm colorblind.
Okay, let's just...
There is one way to be sure. I will safely detonate the bomb.
So, you could have done that straight away?
I thought you may learn something here.
You know, I suppose that's, reasonable.
If we have enough armor, we can just do that.
It was just a minor incident. Ready to get back to business? 'Cause I need to make a withdrawal. Like, now.
Well, I should really check upstairs.
Nonsense. This is OCP. Money comes first. Now, open the vault.
There you go, sir.
Great. Now out of my way. What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
Our founder has most of our capital tied up in a very ambitious and resource-heavy project.
I can't believe old man's blowing all of OCP's money on Delta City.
Have some respect, young man.
Arnold's back with the money in the next... We'll leave it.
You should be proud to work for such a great man.
At this rate, soon there might be no one left to work for him. See what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah, we have another skill point here, so let's see. I think I'm gonna put it into scanning again to unlock Ricochet.
Ooh, we can now be Ocelot.
Indeed. Can be pretty good.
We understand the bullets now and where they're going.
And yeah, also, if you choose the other option or just don't have the relevant skills in the in that last scene, you actually do have to defuse the bomb manually. Which is a pain in the ass, and I didn't want to do it, so I just chose the armor option. We will get to see that later on, because there's one that we can't skip.
Okay, so we will be playing Keep Talking and Don't Let the Bomb Explode at some point.
Yeah, something like that. Hello, boys. Oh, there's a broadcaster over here somewhere. I think I already shot him, so that's good. Yeah, usually the radio guys are hidden a little bit better than that, so at least try to get away. Yeah, that guy was already dead, so we couldn't really make use of the ricochet, but you get the idea there, I guess.
Hmm.
It just highlights these bits of the scenery that we can bounce bullets off of.
I have followed them into a tunnel.
So that's how they must have gotten here in the first place. It seems they're retreating into the old industrial area. That must be where they've hidden their getaway vehicle. You gotta hurry.
Get ready to roll.
And yeah, we can also use these dumpsters as cover, or just throw them at people like that. That guy got dumpstered. Quite literally.
Beat me to it.
Yeah, I have plenty of terrible puns for that sort of thing. Also, here is the second secret for the level. This isn't even a scannable thing, this is just a secret. That counts as a secret in the evaluation. Which I think is stupid. And also very easy to miss.
That's annoying.
There's a deserted warehouse nearby. It's the only building with street access in the area, and it's big enough to store their vehicle. It's your best bet to proceed there.
Roger that.
Right, let's see if this works. Catch.
Nice throw.
Thank you. I try my best. I was really hoping that would work out, and it did so.
Excellent.
That was also pretty good.
I see someone really like the cover to Sonic Adventure.
Woo! These are some good ragdolls. I enjoy this.
These biker enemies might be my favorite just for the ragdolls.
Yeah, just taking a look around, make sure I don't miss anything else important. It had been a while since I'd played this, so I no longer remembered exactly where everything was. So I had like a decent idea where everything was, but I still had to like check to make sure that I don't miss anything particularly important.
Yep.
These bikers are just a source of endless entertainment, I think.
They sure are.
Yeah, I already picked up the thing from here, but just making sure I don't miss anything. Could have sworn there was something back here, but there wasn't, so oh well. Gotta move on. So this next encounter can be kinda hard if you're not paying attention, as I am not, as you will see shortly. So there's one grenade launcher up there, whom I will prioritize, of course, because those guys can and will fuck you up. So everything seems pretty okay at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Now there's something that I kind of failed to take into account, however.
Walking into the middle there's a bad idea, or?
No, that's fine. We are losing quite a bit of health here, but that's okay. I didn't realize that there's somebody else with a grenade launcher.
Oh.
Or somebody picked up the grenade launcher. Yeah, so there's one guy up there that I don't know if this is a separate enemy with a grenade launcher or if he just picked up the existing one. But yeah, that almost got us killed.
I didn't realize enemies could pick up weapons and effectively like replace an enemy type. That's kind of cool, actually.
I don't know if that's even a thing or if this was just a separate guy. Because usually they don't get the chance to pick up another weapon, so...
That's true.
But yeah, that was a little bit hairier than I would have preferred. Come on, press the button.
Sorry, too distracted by the beer on the board.
RoboCop!
Why did Wendell Antonowski send you here? This was a suicide mission.
We no longer deal with that arrogant prick. We had an agreement. We held our end of it. And apparently it slipped his mind to pay us for our services. Well, that didn't sit well with us. So now we're out to get what we're owed.
The only thing you are owed is a prison cell.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm a vulture. I need my space. I'll see you around, cop.